Hello, and today we're going to be doing a movie review about Coraline. You know, that stop action film just like The Nightmare Before Christmas and The Corpse Bride. The film employs visual techniques and narrative style to lure the audience into a false sense of security, which makes the surprise ending all the more disturbing. Some of the notorious gothic elements used in the work are the presence of paranormal manifestations, just like ghosts, the common interaction with grotesque beings, and the existence of a dark, uncanny universe that provides the settings for the movie.
Coraline is a dark fantasy children's novella made by British author Neil Gaiman and created by Henry Selick, who created The Nightmare Before Christmas and The Giant Peach.
I know most of you think that Coraline was made by Tim Burton. You know this guy? The one who makes horror/fantasy films? Coraline is actually a novella made by Neil Gaiman. He is an extraordinarily imaginative writer who works in a variety of formats, writing graphic novels, short stories, children's books, and scripts for television and films. His works are classified in a number of different genres, from horror to fantasy to science fiction, and often he jumps from one genre to another within a single work. Coraline is a novella, but it was directed by Henry Selick. He specialized in films with stop-motion animation and has formal training as an animator. He made Coraline because I responded to it as a modern but classic dark fairy tale. I responded to the idea that we all wish for a better version of our lives, wish we had different parents or whatever. I like the character of Coraline, an ordinary girl who doesn't have fighting skills or superpower, or is a super genius.
Coraline is about a little girl who is dissatisfied with her existence and decides to go exploring, where she discovers another world where nothing is as it seems. Coraline is a dark tale of learning to appreciate what you have rather than running away from your fears.
The movie starts out with this metal-like hens changing a doll that ends up looking like the main character Coraline. It skips to a family moving into a pink apartment. We see our main character Coraline walking out of the house and finds for a well and apparently met a kid named YB, also known as Y-born. Eventually, he got called back home after telling Coraline that she was holding poison oak. Once she reached back home, she told her mother that she almost fell into a well and that she almost died, where the mother replies, "That's great!" It seems like the mother doesn't have a good relationship with Coraline, or Coraline is just annoying. Anyways, Coraline receives a doll from YB that looks exactly like her. She got bored and she looked for her father, and he responds to Coraline just as how her mother did. But he told her to look around the house and find anything interesting. And a suspicious looking door. She persuades her mother to open it and ends up finding nothing behind it but a brick wall.
Going to bed, she found a mouse, which led her to the door that have a huge tunnel. It led her to what looks like her other mother with button eyes. The same goes with her father and basically everyone in that world.
Going back to the real world, the poison oak was now healed by the mud the other mother gave her in the other world. Coraline visits her neighbors, Mr. Bobinski, Miss April, and Miss Mariam. Miss April and Miss Mariam saw her future through tea leaves that she drank and said that Coraline is in great danger. Coraline meets YB once again, and he said that the doll he gave her that looks exactly like her was older than the house. Once again, Coraline goes back to the other world, and this time she saw the black cat that's able to talk to her in the other world, who told her that she's also in danger.
After meeting the other missing Bobsky, the other Miss April and the other Miss Miriam, Caroline went to have dinner with her other parents and told them she wants to stay in the other world for long, and in order to do that, the other mother have to sew button eyes on Caroline's. Skipping Caroline disobeys her other mother. She then got thrown in a mirror and won't be able to come out until Caroline goes into a loving daughter. There we saw 3 ghost children. These children were actually children from the past who let other mothers sew eyes on their eyes.
The children explains how the other mother lures children in by giving them what they want. Coraline figures out that she have to find the missing eyes of the 3 children. Getting out of the other world alive, she realizes that her parents were missing in the real world. So she returns to the other world to play a game with her other mother.
Why don't we play a game?
What is it you'd be finding, Coraline?
My real parents.
Too easy.
And the eyes of the ghost children.
What if you don't find them?
If I lose, I'll stay here with you forever and let you love me. And I'll let you sew buttons into my eyes.
Eventually found 3 missing eyes. Drinking her other mother, she told her that her parents were behind the door, the other door that leads to the real world. The other mother unlocks the door. Caroline throws the black cat on the other mother while grabbing the snow globe, which where her parents are.
Coraline escapes the other world with the black cat, and her parents are back, and the 3 kids can finally rest in peace. Her last mission is to throw the key from the other world to the well she found at the beginning of the movie. The hand of the other mother tries to pull Coraline and the key back into the other world, and YB shows up and destroys the hand, throwing the hand and the key back in the well. The movie ends with everyone and YB's grandmother joining in the party in the garden. Now let's answer some motivation questions asked about the movie Coraline. First is, have you ever wished that you had a different mother or father? For me, no. Why? I don't know. But maybe there might be a point in life, mostly when you're younger, you would wish that you had a different mother or father. A parent that would give you a lot of attention or give you anything you want. But listen, be happy and contented with your parents, even though they're not the perfect parents in the world, or not the richest person in the world or the greatest person in the world. Second, what would you like to change about your parents? For me, nothing. Listen, no parents are perfect. Stop trying to change your parents. That's getting you nowhere. Instead, think about how you could change your behavior so as to create a better interactions with them. Although you can't change your mother or father, you can establish limits with them. You can let them know if they overstep your boundaries. Notice and acknowledge the good things they have done for you. Lastly, would you ever want to spend time with another mother? Someone like your mother but more interesting? Why or why not? For me, no, because I don't want to. Let's jump to the little details we might have missed in the movie. First is the doll in the beginning of the movie, which is actually one of the ghost children and YB's grandmother's missing sister. I guess she's the recent victim of the other mother.
Second, in the other mother, when Caroline met the 3 children, they called the other mother a beldam, also known as a malicious or a loathsome old woman, or a witch. That is because she lures in children to the other world to eat away their life by mothering them till death. Third, the button eyes. You may have noticed that most of the characters in the other world have that button eyes. That is because it represents how the other mothers see Caroline as a doll or a plaything.
Lastly, the old well. In the beginning of the movie, we see Coraline searching for an old well. It is said that the well is actually the secret passage to the other mother's world, and that she had actually fallen down it and died when the house was still hers. Though there are a lot of tiny details we might have missed, I think this explains a lot about Coraline. The message of the story is that things isn't what you want, and appreciating what you have and having courage.
Caroline realizes throughout the story that her home, despite its flaws, when she loves and would never leave, she also learns to be strong and rely on herself in the order to fight those she cares about.
Coraline basically looks like a normal fantasy movie, but it actually have a deeper meaning. It interprets the procedure of mind control for relieving pain, an alternate reality that provides so much comfortableness that one just simply ignores reality and wants to live in that alternate world. Coraline symbolizes several things, most notably the fight between good or evil. The protagonist of the story, Coraline, is pitted against the evil beldam or the other mother. The two of them fight it out amongst each other, with Coraline emerging victorious in the end. There are a lot of different messages you can get throughout the movie, but I think the best message we could get about this movie is to like and subscribe, and to leave a comment down below. What do you think of Coraline? Yeah.
Thank you for watching.